Hey, what's up everyone? We're going to be working on our client website again. I think next week I'll get back to the rhyming dictionary that I was creating. But I've just been feeling the need, to like get this project back up to snuff, but that's going to be like I got to refactor some stuff. Hopefully that's not going to take too long, but there's a lot of refactoring that needs to get done. I have some real spaghetti code and some fuzz spaghetti code that's in my project right now, so I got to get that figured out too. So it's just not where it should be, not an optimal project. So I want to spend some time doing that. And then I had a tutorial that came out yesterday that was on versions, drafts, and live preview. I haven't done live preview with this project yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but that tutorial was useful. I learned a lot doing it, and so hopefully it's something that's actually useful to those who are going to watch it as well. And next week, I'm doing something a little different. I needed to slow down my publishing schedule, so the next video that comes out is actually going to be how to implement Tailwind, dark mode in Tailwind. So that'll be out next Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, I'm also starting to release some content around NextJS. So I'm hoping to get a little bit better at that as well. Then the week after that, I will have a long tutorial on Form Builder. And so the reason I needed to slow down is because right now that video is at 3 hours long. So that means it took me a long time to write it, a long time to record it, and it's going to take me a long time to edit it. So things are going to slow down just a little bit here. I'm still going to live stream once a week at least. So things are all good. Things are going good here. So we'll refactor this project. We'll start working on our rhyming dictionary again next week. And then I really want to start getting my tutorial site up. So I want to make it like a personal website essentially that is my tutorial content, and use that as a tutorial as well. So like how to set up like an actual project from scratch using the blank payload template. So lots of great stuff coming up, but why don't we just start with what's at hand now? So again, this is not a public project, so it's not something that I can share the code with here. Like, of course, like the code can be seen, like that I'm not worried about, but I just don't have permission to share this as like an actual, like in my public repository. So regardless, here we are. We're going to refactor some stuff. I did find out how to soft wrap my code without having to add it to every file every time I load up a project, so that's cool. I did just upgrade all of my project to 3.37. I did that because of the next dependency as well, but there are some features here that I wanted to get to work using, such as like in the next config, we can dev bundle server packages now, which should speed up compilation times in development mode. So that is going to be helpful. So all of that stuff out of the way, the thing that I want to fix first is if I come to the production site, I can see that the date is the same for like the start and the end time. So if I go to that event, again, this is in production, we can see it's for outdoor and Mother's Day. So let's see how these are created. And this should be fine. So we don't have these events here because this is a development database. But if I go to the events and create a new one, and so we'll just, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. I'm just going to copy and paste all of this over to create a new event. And we'll see what happens. I just want to make sure that all of this is exactly the same. I probably won't do the image though, because that's going to take an extra couple of minutes and I don't want to do that. So here we create that. I think that's all this is going to need other than the actual event itself. I could also set this to be a custom field that would then get the duration, so like the difference between start date and end date, but that's not something I want to do right now. I'm gonna write it down though. Programmatically, if I could spell, set duration by subtracting and start date time from end date time, which is a custom field. All right, so if I save this now and come to our front end, that's not how that works. I see that this works properly. So this is one of those weird things. I guess let's just, is the location information? Nope, this is different. So let's do this. All of that's right. And then if I go to my events, all of that's right. But going over here to our events, this shows up incorrect. So why is that though? We'll choose an existing image and then check the rest of these features down here. Let's go ahead and add this title and this description and see what happens. This is the fun part of troubleshooting, isn't it? All right, so then we refresh that. We get an image. We have that correct. Okay, so next, why don't we try duplicating? So we'll duplicate this. Well, I won't duplicate it. Let's create a new event, and it's going to be this one. So again, we're just going to try and get everything in here just like it's supposed to be. Okay. Location information. I don't want to do all of that, so let's just do our mailing address. We'll choose from an existing. We'll do this. I don't need to put in the SEO information, and now if I refresh, I go to the events, this works just fine too if I go to home. So what is happening here? What happens if May 10th, 7:30, if I save, oops, sorry about that. and then I refresh. Did that click? I don't think it did. Oh, it did. Okay. I go to events, refresh. Weird. And so for this one, let's just May 11th, 10:30. Don't want to jack anything up. And then this one is May 11, 2025, 11:35 a.m. Save this. Okay, so that worked. So what is happening with this then? So I don't get it. So it must be something on the user side, interestingly enough. So if I just cut this, then paste it, cut and paste, share or save, then refresh. Okay, so I have to remove it completely. So let me copy that. Copy. Save. Okay, so that still doesn't work. That tells me that I just need to retype it in. So May 10th, 2025, I already forgot, 7:30 p.m. And then this is 9:30 p.m. Hit save. So that didn't work the same. I wonder. Doesn't have anything to do with that. Oops. Doesn't have anything to do with that. Very weird. So what else could it be? All right, so let's go take a look at the event, because even though, I mean, those are fine. All right, so let's look at the actual event itself. So if I go to my, not my events, it's going to be, I guess, a component card. It's not that. Blocks? No. Components in here. Where is this? They're like a content or something. Related content. Okay, so I think I just need to go into the event itself because I'm going to have some kind of card here. Card container, active, featured event, event card. All right, so in here, this is where the spaghetti code is. All right, so date, here we go. So if end date and if the day is not the same and the month is not the same, then we can return a span that's 2 different days. Ah, here we go. So if time is included, so I think that is going to be something that's different. So this should be, we'll put in 2 hours. All right, and then come into here. Wrong. Events. Still wrong. This one. So that's still right. Okay. Generic time. Date. So this is if the date is different. Yes. Okay, so this is time. So that makes sense. All right. Oh, okay. Let's see. Generic time. Well, this is right, so that's not a concern. If I refresh this, which this should be dynamic, so this should be fixed, and especially since this will... Here, I'm gonna try something real quick. Save, because this should refresh, or revalidate rather. The problem is that I still see the dates there. All right, so we'll include the time, and I think, I don't know what I think actually. So I'm gonna try one more time to just do May 10th at 7:30 until May 10th at 9:30. Hit save. All right, well, this is, I guess, not very important, and I can't really troubleshoot it because it's not happening here. Not happening on my machine, apparently. But like if I were to do it May 10th, like this will, of course, then go across. Or it should. Oh, whoops. Updating the wrong stuff here. Okay, so let's change this. Make sure that that didn't break anything. Okay. So here, now let's like set it back to May 9th. Like, of course, this is going to work where it's going across 2 dates now. But that's not how it should be working with this in production. Either way then, so if I save this, refresh, not even refresh, okay. All right, well, so it's not something that happens that I can reproduce at least, so I'm gonna have to revisit this, I think. All right, so let's start refactoring some stuff then. I do actually want to see something that I'm not sure I can actually do. So before we jump into too much other stuff right now, I I'm going to go to my media collection. I forgot what I was doing for a second. So media config, and then I would like to get my file name. I wonder. I didn't think so. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Well, let's just double make sure. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay. So what I want to do is in my media here, look for my file name, which will be type text. And then what I want to do, and I should have done this in a different branch. Oh well, so that's not a big deal, I guess. All right. So now, if I just want to do a hook where, let's go to our messages just for example, I guess hook, nope, config. Okay, so one of the things I was using is deprecated now, but it's not a huge deal. I'll have a video coming out on that later, I think. It's going to be the new HTML converter. Yeah. All right, so in our hooks, we are going to I should have, oh, it's going to be under the slug. That's what I'm looking for. All right, slug. Okay, so I got to pull out format slug is what I'm looking for. So we're going to do a before validate hook. We're going to get, I guess format slug, but we're going to take file name, but that's the problem. Or I guess actually, that's not even what I need. Well, this is what I want, where the file name is taken and then slugified, I guess. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. So I can save this, go over, find our media. What am I looking for? Media. Okay, media. And then we're going to create new and see what happens. Sure. I hit save. Okay, so for the most part that worked. So it kept, or the WP part, or WebP, kind of fell off at the end there. So what I actually need then is a different type of regular expression. So let's see. So I want the regular expression to keep any kind of file extension, but I also don't want, well, hold on. So before all of that, let's just get rid of that. Select a file, try it again, upload. So the file name, okay, so that actually doesn't matter. What's happening is when I upload this, so I can save it, if I go to the API, this still, like, this is the actual name, but the, oh, where is the, well, let's see here. We could just do like, let's just take all of this real quick. All right, and so in our before validate, oh, I guess I need to do a function. Okay, so now we can format, but before we format, well, the format's right. So first, we're going to not have okay, so actually this part can come up here. Then we can get rid of this constant, or try to at least. And then I won't want any kind of fallback, I guess, for this. Fallback. And then we won't need this, and that should fix all of that. All right, so what I'm gonna do before formatting, though, is get, well, I guess, yeah, no, so I'll just do file extension and then do value split at webp, which is all that, I guess maybe the value, we'll see in a second. So we can then add our file extension to the end of our value here. So I don't need original doc or data, but we'll leave it there just until I can validate that this works. All right, so get rid of that one, select a file. Oh, I should have done it this way. So here. Okay. Then, so select a file. There's the PNG part. Interesting. Well, let's log our value. Select a file, upload, and then save. I go back to my media though and do, yeah, media, Okay. Log file extension, and then let's log our format value plus file extension, just so we can see everything at work here. Go ahead and refresh. My dark mode has now come on. All right, get rid of this. Select a file. Now, if I save this, okay. Okay, so what's happening is that the split is yeah, okay. So the split takes all of it. So the problem though is that if I have any kind of file with plus any kind of like period or anything in it, this will break. So then this will be 1. Now, it shouldn't happen if I refresh, but let's get rid of that, select a file. Then if I upload this and hit save, yes, okay. All right, well, this is not really worth my time, honestly. So cool, but nah. All right, so now let's get to refactoring. Let me mark that off my list though. Doesn't seem worth it. All right, so now leave anyway. Let's just start at the top and look at all this spaghetti code that I gotta worry about here. Okay, so let's see what we got. So this is our generate static params, that's fine. Params, param, promise, args. Our args are good. All right, so we're going to look through each piece of code here. This is the metadata though, and so our metadata looks a little hectic. So what we could do is either, well, I do have the SEO plugin. Let me think on that for a minute. Is it worth doing the SEO plugin for this? It will be, but I have my own SEO. So if I go to my pages and go here, I have my own SEO information here. And shifting that's going to be a bear. But I don't actually think so. Because I have, I believe already, if not in this project, then in another, have a script to move all that data over. I think I did do it here, so I should have it in my payload config, which I guess is not open. So let's go down, payload config. Yeah, here. So I would need to do this a little differently. But do one thing at a time here. So what do we have? Yeah, let's go ahead and do, yeah, this is the tough stuff. So do I do my, like these are some of the things that I have after like initial changes are done, but I should get the SEO plugin in here. change meta group name to something else. So the first thing that needs to happen is the meta group name needs to change, and then I need to redo the meta component. Because in our meta, so if I go to the pages config, I can see in our SEO here that the group name is called meta. And I just made this into a, like my own component, but Payload does this for me instead. So what I should do is, I guess, let's go ahead and just pause on that. Then if I come over here to, I think I had a commented out SEO plugin. I did indeed. Oops. Let's bring this up and then break out each of these so I can comment out those. So there's SEO there. And then I can auto-generate. The description needs to change, and then I should be able to auto-generate the image too. Is it called featured image? Yes, okay, I just missed it there. All right, so, and then this may take a minute to load. But I don't have a summary for this. So I would be able to do something like, oops, like, so if doc dot collection config, okay, so maybe collection slug. Overthinking that a little bit. So if collection slug equals, we'll say pages, then I can do else return summary. Then here, what could be a good option? I guess nothing really. I could just do headline, but there's nothing there. So I can just do return doc. So let's see. Const page equals doc as page. Ooh, that was wrong. Page, payload types. And then I can do return page dot. Like none of these are great. So I'll just do headline. And if I save this, image goes away, description. Oh, there's no headline. We can just do test headline. Then we can do our title and our test headline. Okay, so that works like I want. Then the problem though is that I need the SEO stuff here. I'll stay on this page. If I save this, go to the API, can see that we have our meta and then title and description shows up. But then if I go back to our pages config and unleash the SEO partition here, I think we're going to have a collision. But I guess not. But this may be because I didn't have any SEO stuff there, and I can actually test that. Ugh. Pages, this should switch to dark mode. There we go. Yeah, I guess I just didn't have any SEO. Oh, this is small group, so of course I didn't. So let's go to our kids page. So here I just see featured image, not what I'm looking for, header section, featured image, content. So it's not even in layout. It shouldn't be anyway. So then I have, oh, I named it SEO. Look at me, saving myself time. Thanks, past me. So what I can do then, at least I hope so, I can come down to, excuse me, this async on init, and then we can await payload.find, and we can get our collection of pages. And then we should get them all. So pagination is going to be false, and limit will be 0. And then, excuse me, I'm sorry, the sniffles are getting to me right now. Okay, so here we'll do for, not what I was doing, but sure, for page of, oh, I should get a constant for this. Const pages docs, and then I should be able to do again, await payload update. I guess it's, oh, this is fine. So I need ID. That's gonna be page ID, data, be page, and then I need let's hold this for a second because I need to go back and look at this API. There's SEO, and do I have meta in here? So I just need to see what the, oh, there it is. Okay. I need to see what the data structure looks like in order for me to do this right. So I am just going to do myself a favor here real quick. And then if I go to the API, I can come down here. All right, so now we're finding all of our pages, and then we're going to get the page ID while looping through this. We're going to return the page, but we're going to set our meta.title is going to be our page.seo.metatitle. And then we're going to do page.meta.description will be page.seo meta description. So why does this one exist but the other one does not? So then we can do this, and then otherwise it can just be an empty string. And see what happens. I think I'll need to restart the server though. So we're gonna do something here. So we'll do payload generate types. Then we'll do payload generate, I know I don't need this, but generate import map, and then p npm dev. And then we'll see what happens when this tries to run. Slug undefined can't be found. Okay, because I didn't put my collection of pages in there. Try it again. Okay, let's try refreshing all of this. Segments use revalidate path small groups during render, which is unsupported. So let's revalidate. So where's our pages? We go to validate page. So the problem though, if I go to my pages, the problem is that if I'm going to do this and I need to do it in when I deploy, I'm not going to be able to disable my revalidate functions. Okay, let's try refreshing. Layout card 2, card text, layout card 2. Okay, let's try. Let's first of all hope that this didn't just destroy my schema. Okay, it did not. But also, well, this would be blank anyway. If I go to the home page, yes, that didn't work. All right, so we would need a way, which I guess we could do as a before validate. So I don't even need to do all of this. So that's great for, or before read rather. So let's then go to our pages and we'll come in here and do before read, and then we'll do an async function, which will have our doc, and then we will do doc dot meta dot title is equal to doc.seo.meta title, And then we can do description and description. And so now if I save this, back to dashboard, pages, weird. So log our document. We'll start there. So if we log the document, we can see that we have no SEO. Okay. Well, all right, so we'll do if meta, well, doc.meta, then we can just return null if not. All right, so then doc.meta.title is equal, oh wait, actually, so this needs to be SEO. Doc.meta, or SEO.meta title. Description. That actually needed to be a lowercase. Cannot set properties of undefined. So if doc SEO.title. I see it right here though. If I hit save, yeah, so meta title. Log doc.meta.title. Okay, if there is an SEO title, oh, this should be meta title regardless. Why is this so difficult for me? This should just be working, right? Let's do before validate. So not doc, I guess data. All right, so that doesn't work either. All right, so this is no fun and no bueno. So we're trying to get our data to update without having to go through each individual collection. And I don't think that this is going to be the way. So we get our async doc. Let's just go back. We're going to log our doc. And we're going to do before read. And so here, SEO meta title. I've got it. So there's that. I'm going to paste this real quick. And so if I want equals doc.meta.title. I mean, I could try and just do something like, which this shouldn't matter, but do meta title and then set doc.meta.title equal to meta title. And that's just going to break. All right, so none of that's working either. So is there another way to do this? I mean, honestly, I could just go into, for this, it's not a big deal. I could go in and just edit all of these pages. The big deal comes in when I need to go into this one and update 233 of them, which is not what I want to do, which is why I'm confused, because we did go, if we do our, I wonder if it's because it's not initialized here. Like the payload config is what defines the SEO field. So, I don't even know where my SEO plugin is anymore. Oh, it's up here. So if we do messages, okay, yep, all right. So that's why I didn't want to do this right now. But the problem now, if I go to my messages, the field here is called SEO. No, it's not. All right. Oh, I do have meta. So I would need to, in my messages, change meta to something else. But that's going to break quite a few things. And also, I think I need to restart PyCharm real quick, because it is confused in if it's dark mode or light mode. So I'm going to restart that real quick. And then I guess move on with my to-do list, which will just be what I've been putting off, and that's refactoring. So let's start here. I don't even know where here is, so let's actually come here. So the reason I got on that was I have my own like meta option thing here, but we're gonna have to do like a full rip and replace there. And that's going to be pretty hairy with all the stuff that's connected to that metadata that I have for my messages. So anyway, here we have our page. I've got redirects kind of set up, it seems. So let's try something. Redirects. Let me start my server first. Do right. All right, so now, oh, redirects, that's what I was looking at. All right, so we have our redirects, and then some of these I know are actually in my next config. So we're going to remove this one here. So if we remove that, well, actually that's a bad example. But this one might be a good example. So if I go to my page, I don't have, is this the home page? It would make sense that I don't have. All right. So we go into here, we do have redirects. So now if I come here and go to something like small groups, don't know why that happened. Yeah, okay, so that worked fine. So our redirects do work, which is what I was concerned about. Oh, of course, that's just going to keep in a permanent loop there. All right, so, oh wait, I have it here as well. So let's make sure that that actually worked. Cannot read property attributes of undefined. Well, yes, because you're supposed to just redirect. Oh, this is not the redirect plugin. Okay. So, again, one thing that's going to need a lot of adjusting. All right, so we can't refactor anything there either. So here, though, this one is easy. I can just bring in the actual script. All right. Oh, I don't even know where to start here. All right, so let's go to the hero because I've got some weird types going on here and I'm going to try and fix it. All right. Oops. I still need it though. Okay. Okay. Good. The wrap the text wrap is going to change my life. All right, so if we go to our pages config, we're going to get our hero. And then I should be able to, I don't think I have an interface name yet, so we will set this to hero props, and maybe even a little bit more clear, page hero props. So interface name isn't assignable to tab, unless it's a named tab. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so it has to be a named tab to get interface props. But what I can do is, in this is the hero. We have page, so I should just be able to do, let's say like type props equals not props, page there's layout, all right, but we should be able to do, let's say, constant page, or we'll say, I don't want to say like hero props. No, I'm going to deconstruct. That's what I'm doing. Maybe, so hero props equals props as page. So then I can do const equals hero props, and then from here we'll need just to see if it works. So we have headline, which is not one that I need, I guess. All right, so let's see what we have. So then what page content has include secondary image. That's not one that I can easily test. Oh, here we go, headline. So just do headline. Can I find, yes. Hero props as it is undefined. Oof. All right. This is why I need to refactor everything. So let's actually just do this. We are going to, in our page find our hero section, which I was probably right over. This is the messages. All right, so let's go to, let's fix this real quick. Starting to hurt my ear. All right. So where is our page? Okay. We have here our hero section. We are going to do this differently. So we will get this out of here, have a section for our hero section, and then to make everything work, we need this. And we need to put it above here. And then overlay okay, and then is home. Where's my is home check in here? Okay, so then is home will be page or page equals home. I don't need all of that, thank you. Then image position page content yeah, I made my life so hard doing this. So image position we can set a new constant called is home. Is home. Image height is going to be, I guess, 30. Oh, this is going to be a mess, everyone. Text position. Then text color. I just have as white. Makes me cringe looking at older projects because I would never do this now, but of course, like, I didn't know what I know now back then. All right, so let's see what happens. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so, oh, this is the home page, and that's not even gonna matter. Okay, so here we go. Still not too bad. New visit. Good. All right, so we have our hero section there. If I go to our general, like our actual home page here, honestly feels like I tried to do too much. Script. Sorry, I'm thinking here for a second. I know I need to think out loud. That's the whole point of this. So the hero section is just a mess. And so there's no real reason for this to be separate or like different. So this is probably a bad place to continue working on the home page, or sorry, the pages. I'm definitely not going to be able to like deploy this. So, because what needs to happen is this should, and I can actually just try this out real quick. If we import page template from pages, page, and then export default page template, go to the home page, and back over. Oh, it is this one, okay. Page, okay. So that's still working. That's great. Okay. Cool. So I'm still not going to deploy this. But anyway, so now I should be able to also, I need to remember how to do this, which I should already have in. Oh, maybe not anymore. The page template thing. So I can check another example though. Not in the rhyming project, but in this one. New window. And this one I already did on the live stream, so it should be familiar if you are a return guest. And so here we want to do export default page template. Okay, generate metadata. So that's easier than I thought. And we can do somewhere. Page, it's not index, that's what I'm looking for. Page. Generate metadata, export, generate metadata. So now, get rid of that, We should get our metadata back, perhaps. But perhaps not. Because I don't have this in a way that's like reusable. Oh, cons page. But maybe I do. Or at least reusable enough. Yeah, so that'll work. All right, so that'll be... We still need to work through the SEO plugin for sure. But this does alleviate the need for all of this here. So we've got our home page. All of this still works fine. We have the whole website still here. Though this feels a little smaller. But let's just double check to be sure. I don't have a home page button there. I should though. It's not like I can't add it. Yeah, so let's take a quick look. Messages, events. Okay. Yep, okay, that's right. All right, so all of that is good. And no, I do not feel certain about that. So I think a few things are going to need to happen. There's going to be a lot of stylistic change that needs to happen on this. What does this need to be? So you can be a string. Because, like, well, no, this is fine. That's okay. Okay. So I can get rid of this hero section for sure. We've got our page. Excuse me. All right, so this has been a tough stream. So trying to figure out like the SEO, like, okay, so honestly, just the SEO plugin just gives me pause because of how heavy of a lift it's going to be. I may try just one more thing to see if that works because I'm starting to run out of time here. I'm just checking off a few things on the to-do list here because we did double check if like we're not able to replicate our issue with the dates repeating, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. Just means that we will check it off. I think. Dang, man. Okay, let's just do it this way. I know you guys can't see what's happening on my screen right now, but I'm just trying to get Obsidian to work with me. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. All right, got stuff checked off now. Okay, so yeah, so the SEO plugin I know is going to be a big deal. And then also the redirect plugin will also be a big deal. Like, it's going to be a lot of work to do those. There's some style things that I want to do. And I don't think I want this project to be Tailwind. I like mostly how the styles are going. We can check out this email hook thing real quick. So in our messages, we got hooks, email on create. So we only get so let's see. I already have, if the main speaker is not on, it pushes his email. That worked. I saw it. Email hook should ignore invalid or no email. So if speakers, so that means that if there is something in the speakers, okay, so this should now ignore, like it'll still go if there is no, like the hook's not going to interrupt anything. I think we're good. Because we will always get something back from our payload find query here. We'll always get the doc. I can get rid of this. So this will go through all the speakers, return their email. It'll push this email into there. If the email is not included here, it'll push that one in there. And then if the operation is create, and if there are speakers, so if the speakers array is defined, so it can't be an empty array. Perfect. Otherwise, this hook will not fire. So I think we're in good shape there. So don't need to worry about the emails. There's one thing that I wanted to do, which is we use Buzzsprout to host audio. And there's a way to use the API to upload there. I haven't decided if that's something I want to do yet. All right, so what we'll do before calling it quits is we're going to take another just quick look at the SEO side of things, because I want to see if there's going to be an easy way, or at least a programmatic way, that I can generate my SEO information. So I'm going to load this back up, because the problem is not, like, for my pages, there's 10 pages. That's going to be very easy to just, like, get set up and be fine. Like, I'm not worried about having to add SEO information to 10 pages. But with the messages that are on there, the blog posts, there's over 200. So that's going to take some time. So let's go, I'm just looking at a previous example. Collections, pages should have it. Perfect. So let's define our own. So if we go to our pages, we're going to add a new, well, so we'll add this. I don't think I have a tab actually for SEO here. So we got our tabs. We have our hero tab, which for some reason I can't shrink down. Then after our hero tab, we have our layout tab, and then that's the end. So now in our tab, we can add a new label, which will be meta. Then we'll have a name also of meta. We'll put this as SEO. And then we'll have our fields, which will do a meta title field, has generate function true, then meta image field, relation to media, has generate function is also true. There's another, is there another option in here? Oh, overrides. Okay, then we need our meta description field, which does not have a has generate function. We'll leave it though. We'll put it as true because I think I can finagle something, even if we have to put a summary or something. And then we can do a preview field. Oh, good. Okay, so the preview field will have has generate function. Then title path will be meta.title. Description path will be meta.description. If I can spell. And then below that, it can come into my SEO block thing here. We're going to get our two relationship fields. Do I have my canonical in here too? I don't. So I should get that though. So add those fields in here. Then get our canonical. Put it above that. I really don't want to let's just do this. Oh, it's also, I don't think I need this to be async. I also would rather do I have get server side URL? I'd rather do that. Perfect. So then we have our canonical in there. Before I get too deep into all of this, which, you know, kind of doesn't matter at this point anyway because it's all here, I overview field, let's add that real quick. So then I have title path of meta.title. Description path, meta.description. And finally, image path, which would be meta. I guess image is what it is. We can save that. Then we're going to have to do our generate types and import map, which went a little wacko there. Oh, that's a good reason to go wacko. I don't know why all of that got. Okay. Very weird sometimes, but that's why you always check your imports. All right, will you load up now? Great. So now we can go to our pages. And the thing that I'm going to validate real quick before closing this one off is just that now that I have the fields defined in the actual collection itself, can I take this SEO information and put it here. And that's what I'm going to find out now. So if we go here and do before read, and we can do, we'll need our doc. I won't do async just in case, or I don't even know if that matters, but we can check if doc.seo.meta title. If so, we want doc.meta.title to equal doc.seo.meta title. I mean, this isn't going to do anything because it's not telling it hardly anything at all. Do async title. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's more promising. Description, and then if I can do image doc I think it's just going to be doc featured image. All right, so now we can go payload config, and then I need generate URL. Then we can do our doc and our collection. Collection slug is what I actually need. So if, yeah. That's pretty close to what I'm gonna need. Oh. Yep, starting to lose my mind. Okay, so get server-side URL. So now if I refresh, all this should be good. For some reason, the image is just hung up though. So I wonder. All right, so next of all, don't know if that's right, but still, I need my payload config back. It is. And then I should be able to do tabbed UI set to true. Oh, I see. So I think though, I don't. Well, the thing is, can I do like an overview field in here? I don't think I can. Well, I think it gets all added. So let's go. So here's the bottom. That's actually, so I've got my overview, or sorry, my preview. I don't have, oh, I do have an overview field. And then if I come to the tab though, overview, preview. So then if I get rid of this here, which is probably better anyway, because if I add this back, I don't get my, I guess I have my overrides though. So I could add more. So PyCharm, because I started coding with Python and this was recommended, so I have the paid version of PyCharm, which has WebStorm in it, so there's no point in buying WebStorm when I have PyCharm. So, and with Python, I didn't actually have a good time setting up VS Code with it, so I just stuck with JetBrains products. And so here we are. I know, not the greatest reason to be using it, but it is what it is. But I like it. It's good. Okay, so with this, oh, let's try to fix this real quick. Image. Just trying to get this image to stop hanging here. Perfect, there we go. All right. And so of course I would be able to change whatever this image is. Alrighty, so perfect, that works great. I would be able to change whatever I need to here. So the question though is, I'd rather have this just defined once. So let's add these fields, remove them from here, and add them. We can do, this is not my config. We can do our tabbed UI, set that to true. And then we can add our fields and have our new fields in there. Add all our default fields back in, and then if I come to the page config, I should be able to get rid of this tab and let a new tab be. Okay, interesting that it does that. I forgot that it did that. But either way, so I've got my content and my SEO. Problem is that I have a hero and layout down here. But I definitely want the SEO to be in its own tab. But regardless, I can go over to our, oh, I'm in my page config. I can get rid of this. So that's good. So then the question is, do I keep going with my SEO config and the payload config, or do I reconfigure my tabs? Because why does it come down? It's not like I have a tab named content, right? I don't have any named tabs. All right, so broke something. All right, so let's just do this where we will add that back. Title. Then in our payload config, we will not include the fields here, so let's just cut these out. Remove our tabbed UI, and we, since the project's already configured, I will just define them myself. So let's add that back in, hit save. Get rid of the before read hook because SEO no longer exists. But if I go to my SEO tab, okay. So now can I get rid of SEO? Oops. Okay. I guess for now I can just hide it. Oh, hello there. Hey, hey. Okay, so now we have our SEO here. Our meta image is loading up just fine. Not our canonical though, but that's fine. What happens if I save this? Okay, it does pop up. That's fine. Okay, so the thing that we still need to do with the SEO is I guess get it to save there. But all right, one last thing, and then I do need to get off of this, especially this topic. All right, so we have our on await or on init. So if I do const pages, we can do await payload find, and then we find the collection of pages. We're going to take them all, and then for page and pages dot docs, we will await payload update id page dot id collection pages, and then we're going to do data, and we're going to update meta, and we'll do title, which will be page dot seo dot meta title, description, meta description, and then image page dot featured image dot image. And then if that's not the case, we can just keep it as an empty string. And then this, I guess undefined will work. All right, so stay logged in. Then we come to our page config. We are going to remove our before read hook. Then if we refresh, okay, we're going to have our brain work, please. Payload config, okay. So we refresh this. Okay, so that was the other issue I ran into. All right, well, this is a good time to just knock this on off. I'm going to call it a night now. I was going to say that we did some good work here, but I don't know if I can prove that. So I will want to come back and definitely do this SEO junk that I'm trying to get done, even if it means that I have to, I'm just trying to get the project back to working first. Yes, we want to be able to get, are you going to work or not? There we go. Okay, so our SEO information, I guess it's still working without the before read hook. And so this is something that I would just, like the data is in the database. Meta. I'm pretty sure. And that's hidden. Okay, so then yeah, I have my meta, my image, title, all that. All right, so that's in the database, so I wouldn't have to keep the before read hook on running every time. I just needed to run the first time. So great place to stop. Thanks everyone for joining in. I did have my one of my tutorials come out yesterday, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Next week, again, will be a Tailwind video and then also a NextJS video. I have some more videos coming out. I'm working on my form builder plugin video, and that'll be ready in about 2 weeks, I believe. So lots of good stuff coming up. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and getting notifications so you don't miss any of those videos. If you liked this video, even though it was just a giant struggle all the way through, make sure you like it, share it with someone, I guess. So whatever you want to do. But I do appreciate all. Thank you. I want to thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you on the next one.